What's good, guys? It's your boy CS. So today we're going to be looking at 2 to 3 apps that you must have. And they're very paramount to have because they will provide you key information. And remember, during this bull market, you really need to be active. You need to sacrifice your time now. And it's only a sacrifice for maybe 6 months to a year, whereby we're only going to have this short window of opportunity for a bull run in which you can maximize your gains. And in order to do that, you very much need to be switched on to what coins are where and what to look out for. So the few apps that I've listed here in bullet point 1 is CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, DexScreener, and TradingView. So I'm just going to run through them very quickly. So we've got CoinMarketCap, CMC as it's referred to. As you can see on the very home screen, it gives you the list of the most top performing cryptocurrencies. So Bitcoin, ETH, etc. And it goes down all the way down. And if you just, play around with this, you'll get so much more out of this. So for instance, you'll have a news tab to the right, and it'll give you some information from different cryptocurrency websites or let's say media outlets. Again, you can take everything with a pinch of salt, but it's just good to know what's going on in the market. And then you can obviously search for a particular coin. Like if I wanted to search Ponky, I can do that. You can also create your own portfolio. So if I go back to the markets icon on the bottom left, and you can start adding coins to a potential portfolio or watch list. So this one I've got called is Narmate. Don't know why I put that, but it was just funny at the time. But this has been an accumulation of all the coins that I've looked at since 2021, 2022. 2022, 2023. I've not really updated it since, so I've not really used this a lot. But it's just a good way to keep track of coins that you're in, or coins that you're interested in, for instance. Next one is overview. To be honest, this is a really good overview chart where it just gives you a few brief details about where the current market cap of cryptocurrencies are. Sentimental fear and greed index. So currently we're at neutral. The amount of volume that's going into crypto. So again, more volume means higher pumps for the crypto market. And then, market dominance, etc. and ETH gas fees. So yeah, it's just a brief overview section, but something to check in on. It only takes like 5-10 seconds and just get briefed on it every day. And just tells you about different staking. So let's say if you wanted to stake ETH, you've got these different platforms where you can stake ETH and get a 5% return potentially. Exchanges tell you the amount of volume that's coming into a specific exchange. Hence why when we talk about Brett and we talk about Ponky and we talk about Casper, Redo and all the other good coins, including Floki and Wojak, they're not listed on Coinbase Exchange. They're not listed on Binance. And that's why when I say tier 1 exchanges, they're usually these top 5 to 6, maybe 7 and 8. And then from like 9, 10 onwards, we'd consider them tier 2. And then obviously going further down, these are like tier 3, tier 4. NFTs, I don't really mess with them nowadays. The chains, or which ecosystem, you can have a look at the different projects that are within them. Obviously, Ton is one of my favorite ones with Redo on there. And then categories. So how much a particular sector is worth. So gaming, for instance, is around 22 billion. Excuse me. Memes are around 51 billion. And if you're looking at different areas of where you want to invest, now you got to remember, my channel is pretty much dedicated to memes, right? I'm heavily invested in knowing that this is a super meme bull cycle, because the previous pump that we got in October, November, if you were around, you would have noticed that only a few memes pumped, right? It was mainly AI and RWA, real world assets. So things like this. But this time around, there's so many contenders for memes. And if you're in the right meme, yeah, by God, in my Jim Ross WWE voice, like this shit is about to rip. So you're in the right narrative as far as we're concerned. And you've got big influences like Crash, the Soulster, and so many other big dons. Even if we don't like them, or we do like them, we obviously love Crash, but the other ones that I'm talking about, they're also within this narrative of Brett, Ponky, etc. And as you can tell, like, Ponky's ripping today, which we'll have a look at later on. CoinGecko, very similar. It's more of a preference thing whether you prefer the CoinMarketCap layout to the CoinGecko layout. Same tabs, very similar tabs, similar search function. Can look at Ponky again. Portfolio, again, something that I've had there. A news outlet, media outlet on Explore, and then a further tabs that you can have a look at, exchanges and derivatives, etc. So these are your futures markets, as opposed to just spot, which is just, you know, the exchanges that would only deal in spot. Okay, so those are the two tutorials on how to download CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko, but to actually navigate your way through it. The next one is DexScreener. Now, again, I'm doing this for more beginner people because a lot of you don't really know how to navigate your way around it. So I'm just going to bring up one of my, so I've got this soul shit portfolio list, right? And if I wanted to invest in something like, let's say, Wolf on Soul, all I need to do is copy the address here, the one with Wolf, 3GVW, and I then go into Jupiter or Radium, and then I'd input it within the DEX, and then I'd swap it. So DexScreener is mainly, as it kind of says on the tin, for DEXs, right? But also it can be good to view different things. So if I go on, sorry, I'm just way too quick. If I go further down, I can see all their socials. So I could potentially, you know, look at their website, see if it's legit. Yeah, it looks pretty professional to me. It's got all their links. And as you know, I know Wolf and Soul is pretty professional. What's the review saying? So it's got 8,000 rocket responses. I'm going to give it. It's got 900 flags though, nearly 1,000. So something I'd be concerned about. So what I do is, if I was concerned, I'd go to 3GVW to the right of it. It says EXP. So on that tab, I click it. I go into SoulScan. I then scroll. So I'm going way too fast. Sorry, guys. I'd scroll down. I'd go to the right, click on holders. I'd zoom out, and I'd see that actually Radium, their pool, which apparently has a locked liquidity, meaning they can't access it, the team, has only 1% that is locked. And then the top holder has another 1%. Now, if we go into analysis and see who the top 10 holders are, they collectively only own less than 9%, which makes me bullish on Wolf on Soul because I know it won't be a rug. It's organic. And that's how you look at different coins that you're going to invest in. And it's the same thing when you go into the central exchanges as well. So for those that are intermediate and advanced, you should still be doing this. This should still be part of your due diligence, your research process. Don't ever negate the fact, or don't slip up or get cocky that you're too good, or you know, always humble yourself. I always humble myself as well. I never say, I'm not going to look at, I'm just going to get into a coin and blah, blah, blah. You're DJing gambling, you're lottery gambling. And I've got to tell you, like, I've been there, I've done that. I've done all the DJing gambling stuff. To be honest, it's not worth it. I've made money, I've lost money, but also it's the same mentality. You get into a gambling mentality where you're going to bet all on red, bet all on green. It's just not feasible long term, and we're trying to create generational wealth and also keep that wealth. You don't want to just keep gambling it. As I keep saying, there's a time to enter the market and there's a time to get out of the market. Even if the market's going up, don't chase the market. Anywho, that's a brief stop on DexScreener. And actually, just on DexScreener, if you want to do the same thing like you do on CoinGecko and CMC, you can create a watch list. So you can add them to a specific list that I've got like here. So I've got like base memes, base plays, my Don list, soul shit, ton. Yeah, you can just name them whatever you want, right? So that's basically what you do. I've got many different lists from like a year and a half ago. So I've just created them like that. And also you can do chart analysis on here if you really need, and also see transactions. So if I look at top traders, some guys bought 638k and sold 1.1 million, and he's still selling. Although he did buy 5 hours ago, he bought 6 hours ago, and he's DCA selling out at the top. And so look at the top traders. Dex Screener should not be underestimated with. It is a fantastic tool to look at chart transactions and to see the sentiment of how people are actually investing. You can also look at maybe like whales. So people, not even, let's call them dolphins, not whales, but people who are going to move the market. So let's look at this guy. He's put 50 grand in Wolf on Soul yesterday. A month ago, he put in 24 and he made basically a 2x. Now he's back in. So smart money's coming back into the market. And again, we've got two guys here that are putting 15 and 14 grand. And then we've got one guy who's exited the market. But his P&L currently is at a loss. So he's dumb money in that sense. Actually, sorry. He's not dumb money. He technically is dumb money, but he's not dumb money. So his P&L currently is 58k in the lost, but he has unrealized profits or equity at 56k. So if you deduct them, he's actually only got 2k. So yeah, he is dumb money at the moment. If we look at these guys, same thing actually. This guy's a bit of a dummy. This guy's smart, so he's in the profit. So again, it takes a lot of analysis, but this is what I'm trying to teach you. You've got to do your own research. I can't give you everything, but I can give you the tools to go and research things.